Welcome and welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. I thank you for rocking with me, for staying with me thus far. I know I've been MIA. I promise I'm going to be more consistent with my uploading. If this is your first time to my channel, all my recipes are easy to make and delicious. And you know how I do for those who are returning. I don't like to keep you waiting. Let's get started. So today I have a delicious eat. It's usually a tasty treat, but today's a delicious eat. Honey butter glazed salmon. Now, sometimes I say salmon, sometimes I say salmon. If you say salmon, put 1 in the comments. If you say salmon, put 2. So I'm going to go back and forth with that. Depending on where you're from, you may pronounce it completely different. Okay, let's get started. So again, honey butter glazed salmon. As always, real simple ingredients, nothing crazy. And I know when you go to the restaurants, they charge an arm and a leg for that. Yeah, we're not paying all of that. Prices is outrageous when you try to take your family out. So I have about, I want to say, a half a cup, no, a half a stick of butter and honey. Again, nothing special. You can use any type of honey that you like. I know they have Manuka honey and all these different types of honey, but you use what you like or what you can afford. This was on sale, so this is what we're going with. As always, all the ingredients and measurements will be in the description box. Okay, so we in with the honey. And I'll use everyday ingredients for those who are new to my channel. Onion powder. Real simple. And you'll be surprised how easy it is. And it tastes delicious. So you don't have to go to the restaurants and spend a fortune. Garlic powder. You know, the weather is really getting nice outside. So let me know what your plans are for the summer. White pepper, and it's not going to be spicy. That's why I'm going in with white pepper instead of black pepper. But if you don't like the taste of white pepper, you can just leave it out. Or if you want to use black pepper, you can use that. And here's why I didn't use black pepper. Because I'm coming in with ginger. And just a little bit. Very little. It's not going to be spicy. But it just have that extra flavor. And that was what? 1/4 teaspoon. You could do less than that. Or you can leave it out. And I'm going to come in with honey. Now, if you have fresh, not honey, lemon. If you have fresh lemon, great. But the lemons at the market is not really giving that much juice. So I come in with that. And I know what you're thinking. Is that chicken seasoning? Yes, it is. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Instead of using salt, I'm going to use this. And I find that it has a better flavor on fish. But if you're not willing to do that, you can just come in with a little bit of salt. And just a little bit. Okay. So now let me stir this up. Because this is going to be our glaze. And if it looks like it's not like a little too thick, you could come in with a little bit more butter. And guess what? Because we didn't put anything that's actually raw in this, you can actually give it a taste and see if you need to adjust any of the spices. And I think I'm going to come in with a little bit more garlic. Yep, I am. And a little bit more onion powder. And some more lemon. I'm not even sure if I put it in. I didn't taste it. Okay. Okay, there we go. And now for the star of the show, the salmon. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get fresh salmon. I had to get frozen. And it's been frozen for a while. And that's why it looks like that. But if you could get fresh, go with that. I went with this brand because it was on sale. So again, you go what you have in your budget. Okay, so here we go. And you know how when you cook salmon, sometimes it may have that white film on top. I find that if you soak it in a little bit of salt water and then just rinse it off, like soak it maybe 5 to 10 minutes, you won't have that problem when you go to bake it. Okay, there go our honey butter glazed salmon. I'm going to get this in the oven, and as you know, salmon doesn't take any time. Okay, so the salmon took about 15 minutes. I'm going to put this to the side and I'll show you why in a minute. Now, I find with salmon is much like those who eat steak. Everybody like it cooked to a certain degree, right? So some like their salmon really, I don't know what they call flaky or not cooked that long. And I'm the same way. I don't like it cooked that long either because then I'm just trying to get a better position with the camera. It's dried out. So I cooked that about 15 to 20 minutes. I did cook it on high, right? But I decided, hey, why not make a side to go with it? Yeah, and that is steam. So I'm going to make couscous. Now, there's different types of couscous. First, let me get this in here. So that's just hot water. And that's what I love about couscous, is that it doesn't take any time to cook. So it's a wonderful side dish, especially if you're tired on a weeknight or any night, really. Family will love it. And I'm just putting that into hot water. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not using any broth in a minute. So, okay. So we got that in. And I'm going to cover that. If it's ready by the time I want to plate the food, I will put it on the plate. If it's not, well, we won't have it. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put in a little bit of butter. You don't have to do this. You can put in oil if you want. And this is for moisture and for flavoring. But it looks like it's doing the job. It looks like it's soaking up all of the water. And think of couscous in a way like rice. So I'm going to get the lid back on. And I'm going to set this aside. Okay. So now, let me show you. Now there's all different flavor of couscous, right? There's Israeli couscous. And this brand, again, on sale. But again, there's different flavors. This is Mediterranean curry. They have plain couscous, where you get to flavor it. And if you're going to flavor it, I would say cook it in like the water I just used. Instead of using water, just use broth. Chicken broth, beef broth, vegetable broth, and then you can add your own seasonings. But since I didn't feel like doing all of that, I said, why not use a Mediterranean curry flavor? Why not, right? I'm telling you, if you go to these restaurants and you try to get all of this stuff, salmon and couscous, it's gonna pay, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. You're gonna pay a fortune, even if you go to Red Lobster. Okay, so I have my plate here. And again, since it only took a couple of minutes, I just made some broccoli. And I just roasted, not really roasted, but I did it with I'm gonna call a wet method of cooking. So like I steamed it. I steamed it. So please, if you come across this, please hit the subscribe button. If you come across this video and it's on YouTube, TikTok, please hit the follow button on my channel, and it would really help. So please, again, hit the subscribe button. If this is on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, hit the follow button. Give this a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you would have changed. Maybe you wouldn't have used that type of seasoning for the honey butter glaze or different honey. But again, I always go with what's affordable. So again, and I just tossed this in a little bit of butter and some salt and pepper. Real easy. You know, no muss, no fuss, something simple. On a weeknight or any night, actually, you just want to get dinner on the table. You want something that tastes great, but something that doesn't take a long time. And there we go. I see the butter didn't melt too much, so I'm going to stir it around. And that's what I love about couscous. It only takes a few minutes. I wish you can smell this. It smells delicious. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. I'm going to cover this up while I plate the salmon. You know what? It's actually done. So I'm going to put a little bit here. I would not be ashamed to serve this meal to my family or to guests or for myself. Yeah, treat your own self to a salmon dinner. Why not? And again, salmon. 1 in the comments for salmon, 2 in the comments for salmon. Salmon and salmon. Yeah. And who knows, you probably say it different depending on where you're from. Again, take the minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it really helps the channel. Please leave a comment. And there we go. Honey butter glazed salmon. Now, I know I've been MIA, like I said before, and I'm really working on that to be more consistent. But please take a moment. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. It costs you absolutely nothing. Until next time, enjoy.